Hello, good morning. God bless you. God bless you. I got a quick word on today as you begin to join on, begin to have people follow. I had something that happened yesterday, and I just got a full revelation of what God is saying to me. Amen. On yesterday, I had a situation that occurred, but let me go back to the book of Daniel. When you go back and you read the book of Daniel, Daniel started out in a low position on his job, basically. And he was blessed and promoted by King Nebuchadnezzar, although the blessing came from God. Amen. The favor came from God. And then after King Nebuchadnezzar passed away, his son, King Nebuchadnezzar's son, also promoted Daniel. And then after his son passed away, he was then promoted by another king of Persia. So what am I saying? They kept promoting him because of his wisdom, his knowledge, his understanding on how to interact with people and interpret dreams. Are you hearing me? He was able to interpret dreams and interpret the writings on the wall. So I had a situation that happened yesterday where on the job we had to call Adult Protective Services. So that individual came out who was a social worker. She looked at the situation and really didn't know what to do. And I thought, this is strange. You're a social worker. You're supposed to be called because of certain things that are going on. So I had to tell her, call the police. I'm headed somewhere. The police show up. They evaluate the whole entire situation that's going on. The police officer, there was 2 police officers on the scene. So one of the police officers comes back in the kitchen to where I was at this person's house. And then he starts asking me questions. He says, the police officer says this. He says, I'm going through a similar situation. And in this situation, I'm dealing with things with my mother. He says, I really don't know what to do. And he's looking at me, not the social worker. He's looking at me. And I said, well, if she's at a nursing home, he says, yes, I put her in a nursing home because things that were going on. He said, I had to place her there. I said, well, there's a social worker there who is able to help you step by step on what to do. And I began to tell him what to do. Long story short, I basically told him, tell the social worker to do her job. That's what she's there for. So I'm thinking about all this. God brings us back to my remembrance this morning. And this is the season. This is the prophetic now. This is the season and the hour. It doesn't matter what position that you are in. Listen to what I'm saying and share this. It don't matter what position that you are in. If God has qualified you to do a thing, that is the only thing that matters. God is getting ready to position his people, hear this, to talk to congressmen, to talk to mayors, senators, police officers, judges, my God, and lawyers. Are you hearing me? People are going to look at you. They're going to look at me for guidance on wisdom in a situation. They're going to see behind the color. They're going to see behind whether you're a man or whether you're a woman or you're African American or you're Hispanic or you're Chinese or you're white. They're not going to see that. God is going to do this thing. Are you hearing me, saints of God? God is doing this. Not man, not woman, but God. It don't matter what position that you are in. You are getting ready to speak words into people that are getting ready to help people. Whoever would have thought that I'd be trying to tell a social worker how to do her job? Who would have thought that I would be giving a police officer information on something that somebody else should be telling him? And I tell you, you could be on an elevator. You could be at a restaurant. You could be getting your car an inspection, an oil change. You don't ever know. You could be at a grocery store. You don't know. And God will send them to you. And you'll have just the exact word that they need. God bless you. That's the word today.